What's up, everybody? Time for another NHL. It's a Thursday night hockey fight here on Total Chaos. I'm your host, Ali Burns. You can find me at Plus Money Honey. I'm from Picks Parlays, and so are these two expert handicappers. We're here to talk some NHL. Gentlemen, how you feeling about it? Woo!
Good.
Yay!
We got some good games, and I'm sure me and Nick will disagree. So
You guys
there
do
we go.
always disagree. So
I'm
Terry
here so I
Edelmann
don't get fired.
Let's Go Wild Picks. I've blanked out all previous records at this point. So you guys are both starting at 0-0 for your hockey totals. All right. That's how we're doing it. Terry, you've been in the Total Chaos ring a lot for NFL. How you feeling about starting off this hockey season?
Well, NHL is my expertise. So far this year hasn't really got off to the start that I'm happy about, but hey, this is a fresh slate, and I'm looking to start strong right off the bat.
Yes, I like the sound of that. Nick Earle, I haven't seen you in a bazillion years on the Chaos Show because you're pretty much just a hockey total guy, or that's what you want to be. Anyway, as far as this show is concerned, how do you feel about being back in the ring?
Yeah, I haven't been in here. It's been usually also at this time I'm editing 800 videos for Picks and Parlays, so I usually don't have the time. So yeah, it's good to be back, and hopefully we'll have a good run here.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time because you are a vital part to the show. All right. I need my top hockey guys, and you're one of them. All right. Before we get started, I do need everyone to like and subscribe, share, excuse me, share with your friends, ring the bell for notifications. And also, don't forget to check out FanDuel. They've got a promo. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook and get a no-sweat first bet of up to $1,000 for all new accounts. And if you're in the state of Ohio, download now and use my link. They're going to drop $100 into your account even before you go live in January. All you got to do is find the description of this video and click on the link. I have pizza in the back of my throat. I might die. If I fall over, that's what happened. Nobody freak out. It'll be fine. Okay, so if you haven't seen the show before, we're going to go through 5 hockey games that are happening this Thursday, October the 20th. These two experts are going to tell me if they go over or under the total. Terry, you're a more seasoned vet at this point, so you're going to go first with the Devils and the Islanders, 6.5. Nick, I know this is your team. We got the Wild coming up for you later, Terry. What do you think? Over or under 6.5?
Well, in an Islanders game, normally, based off previous years, I'd be wanting to go under, especially when you see the Islanders at 6.5. But if you look what the Islanders have done, they've been scoring as of late. They've been going over. And if you look at New Jersey, they can score goals as well, but their defense and goaltending are pretty bad so far this year. They're an over team. There's a few teams that we're going to talk about that have been heavy over teams this year. New Jersey and the Islanders, they've been scoring. So give me the over in this one.
All right, you got it. Nick Earle, what do you think?
Yeah, I did a free pick video on this for Picks and Parlays earlier. That'll be coming out later as well. And yeah, I felt weird, but I see a 6.5 in an Islanders game, and I'm taking it over. Yeah, the Islanders under Lane Lambert are a different offense than under Barry Trotz. Trotz was a more defensive-minded head coach, and looks like Lambert's letting them have a little bit more freedom. I mean, we already see Wahlstrom has 3 goals in 2 games. Like, this is something we wouldn't have seen with Barry Trotz at head coach. And this Devils defense and goaltending is abysmal. Like, their expected goal numbers compared to their actual goals given up are, like, ridiculous. Like, they're not supposed to be giving up a ton of goals, but their goaltending is that bad where they are. So I'm going to also take this game over 6.5. I think the Islanders can go over 4 or 5 on themselves.
All right, time to right the ship there, New Jersey. Okay, Vancouver Canucks are at the Minnesota Wild, 6.5. Nick, you go first on this one.
Yeah, and talk about abysmal defenses. This Wild team is playing football rather than playing hockey. They've given up touchdowns the first 2 games, and then last game they gave up 6 to Colorado. This defense core has not looked good. Marc-Andre Fleury has taken a step down. Shocker, old goaltender. That happens when goaltenders get up there in age. And on the other side, Vancouver is a team that they've been tricky this year because they've led in all 4 games and they've lost all 4 of those games. They've led by multiple goals in all 4 games and lost all 4 games. They've been competitive in games, but I think they're going to jump out to an early lead here, and then the Wild could come back a little bit in this game, which is going to push this game over the total. So I'm going over 6.5 in this one. Wild and Canucks.
All right, Terry, what do you got?
Nick is totally right. Minnesota's been going over Vancouver, having their 2-goal leads, choking them. When you have a 2-goal lead and you give it up, that means overs because there's like 5 goals right there. So Vancouver's been going over. Now Minnesota in their last game against Colorado. Obviously, I'm a diehard fan, so I watched the games, all of them. Minnesota's defense looked a lot better. There was a couple goals that could have been called high stick. There was one that bounced off Gustafsson, the empty netter. So the last game, the defense did look a lot better. The Wild will be getting a couple players back in this one. I do like it over still, just because Minnesota's offense has been really strong. The power play is one of the top 3 in the league. So if Vancouver takes any penalties at all, this game is gonna go over. I think Minnesota will get their first win, and I think this will be a high-scoring game.
All right, Sabres are at the Flames, 6.5 to you, Terry.
Yeah, this was actually the hardest one to choose from so far. The Flames, obviously, a great defense, a really top-notch goaltender, but their offense can be very strong as well. So they're kind of a hard team because you don't know exactly, are they going to be more defensive? Are they going to be more offensive? The Sabres finding ways to stick in games. Beating Edmonton in the last game was really surprising. But because it's a 6.5, I'm going to go with the under here. I think it'll be a close game. So therefore, I think it is going to be a little bit lower scoring. I think we could see a 3-2 Calgary win in this one.
All right, Nick, what do you think we could see?
I like the side more than I like the total in this game. I'm going to go with the over because I can see this being a 4-3 type of game, 3-3 potentially, or 5-3, something along those lines. I like the Flames puck line more than I like the total in this game, though. But for this one, this is not a play I'm betting, so tread lightly on this one. It's a lean towards the over for me if I had to bet it, but I prefer the Flames.
All right. Is it Flames -1.5?
Flames -1.5.
Okay, I'll throw that into our recap coming soon. Okay, Carolina Hurricanes are at the Edmonton Oilers. It's 6.5 for you, Nicholas.
Yeah, this is one that Carolina has been an interesting team this year with they're playing defense. And I mean, they were a good defensive team last year as well. They're going to play more of a conservative style hockey. They've given up 1 goal per game. They gave up 1 against Seattle, 1 against San Jose, and 1 against Columbus. This will be the best offense they've faced so far this season in Edmonton, but I can see this being a playoff style hockey game. So I'm on the under 6.5 in this one. I think this is going to be another low scoring game for the Hurricanes, who have been playing low scoring games all year long. They have yet to go over the 6.5 number. And Edmonton, they only put up 2 goals last game against the Buffalo Sabres. So their offense is fine. They put up 3 against Calgary and 5 against Vancouver. But I can see this being a little bit of a lower scoring game. I think this is the best defense they're going to be facing so far this season. A little bit better than Calgary, in my opinion. But I'm going to go under 6.5 here.
All right, Terry, do we agree or disagree?
Yeah, maybe we're not going to disagree as much as I thought on tonight's slate. I'm going with the under here. Like Nick said, Carolina's been giving up 1 goal a game. Obviously, that is going to change. Eventually, they're going to give up more than 1. And Edmonton does have a really good offense, but I just think this total is too high. I think this is another game that's probably going to be kind of closer. So with the closer games, I tend to lean more towards the under. I think this will be a close, low-scoring game. I think we could see another 3-2 type game. And I think Carolina wins this one. I like them as a side.
All right. Boom. Last one for the round. The Jets are at my Vegas Golden Knights. 6.5 is the number. Terry, you're going first.
I'm taking it under. I am taking it under. What I don't like is that Hellebuck is starting tonight for Winnipeg. So it will be their backup tomorrow. But Winnipeg is just playing a defensive game with their new coach. They're just working on defense, playing a defensive style. And Vegas, as much as even myself and others had question marks about Vegas's goaltending, it's been pretty good so far. So I think we get an under here, even with I think it's David Riddick,
Yep.
even with Riddick in net. But then again, teams do play their goalies on back-to-backs. So it could possibly be Hellebuck, but I think it goes under this one.
All right. What do you say, Nick?
I think this is going to be, Tara, I think it is going to be big save Dave for this game, because not only it's a second half of a back-to-back for Winnipeg, it's a third game in 4 days, because they played yesterday as well against Colorado. No, they played tonight against Colorado. So this will be a third game in 4 days type of situation. And looking at this thing, I'm going to go over the total in this one. Vegas, and I also like Vegas puck line. I think they win this game something along the lines of 5-2, something like that. Vegas has looked good this for a decent chunk of the season. They're 3-1 so far, and last game they had a 2-0 lead. It only took Calgary 6 straight penalties in the second period to tie the game. Or 6 straight power plays in the second period to tie the game. So I still am very high on this Vegas Golden Knights team. As Terry mentioned, Thompson's been really good this year. I do have a ticket for him to win the Calder. I think this is going to be a good game. I think that the Knights are going to be able to put up some goals against Winnipeg in this one. Bad scheduling spot for Winnipeg. I think that Riddick is not going to have a great game here. Over 6.5 for me.
All right. I don't see
I
a
hope
number
they don't
on
take
the
6 penalties in this one. Because
Yeah,
if they
won't
take
take-
6 penalties in this one, my under is going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
It's not a good way to win games.
Yeah.
It's not. It's absolutely not. Okay, we are going to do a recap of all the picks on the show, but first I want to let you guys get to know our cappers after you like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Go ahead, I'll wait. Cool, thank you. All right. Terry Edelmann, tell the people who you are and where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm Terry, a Canadian. I live in Canada. Big Minnesota fan, though. You can find me at Let's Go Wild Picks, and you can find me on Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, which is on every day, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Is that right?
And then
This is from last hockey
Saturdays.
season. How
Yeah.
we changed.
Yes, everything's changed. So 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, right after Power Hour. And then Saturdays, the time changes depending on the games.
But all you got to
Nick
do
is on
really
there
is
with me
go,
sometimes.
go to Let's Go Wild Picks, like, subscribe, follow all his business over there, and then you'll just get, your phone will let you know when he goes live. That's really the easiest. Let your phone do the work for you. Same with Earle Sports Bets. You want to follow them on TikTok. Watch Game Time Decision every Monday through Friday right here on the Maximum Wagers Network at 5 p.m. Nick Earle at Bets Earle. Tell the people what else you're up to. You guys are some of the busiest guys in the capping industry, I swear.
Yeah, we have our show every single morning from 10 or anywhere from 10 to 11 a.m. The Earle Sports Bet Show. We have Game Time Decision. We have a couple shows on Wednesday and Friday nights. The Capper Collective. So we're doing a lot of different things right now. So it's a lot. So we're everywhere.
I love it. I love it. Well, the other place you can find both of them is at picksandparlays.net, where you can find their premium plays, their best bets. And when you get there, use the promo code NFL. It's going to save 20% off whatever you get from the site. You could even get Nick's package and Terry's package. Stick them both into your cart. Go to checkout. Use NFL as your promo code, and you save 20% off of both of them. I know, right? I know. I've got the moves like Jagger. Okay, let's do a recap. We've got the Devils at the Islanders, 6.5. They're both going over. Go Islanders, go. Canucks are at the Wild, 6.5. They're both going over. Go Wild, go. Buffalo Sabres are at the Flames, 6.5. They disagree. Terry goes under. Nick goes over. I say Sabres for the cup. All right. Also, Nick likes the Flames on the, at least I didn't make that bet this year. Nick likes the Flames on the puck line on this one also. Mm-hmm. Hurricanes are at the Oilers, 6.5. They're both going under. Terry likes the Hurricanes. It's a little bit of plus money on the side there. And then Winnipeg Jets against my Golden Knights, 6.5. Terry's going under. Nick is going over. Nick likes the VGK puck line. I couldn't find numbers for it out on my site.
I got it at plus 157 earlier. I don't know what it is. They may have been taken off the books because Winnipeg plays tonight.
Okay, so there you have it. But keep your little peepers open for VGK on the puck line. Go Knights, go. And that's your NHL Total Chaos, the first one for the season. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I always say, may the best capper win. Bye, guys.